Being a mercenary made it tough to get respect. Outsiders saw them as little more than criminals, while the underworld considered them untrustworthy. Most jobs were those even career thugs passed up. But things were changing ever since Tony had come on the scene. The mercenaries' influence was growing. The better ones could afford to be choosy, employing agents to find the capers that suited their style. Tony stood out even among the hardest characters. He didn't build himself up or curry favor with the local bosses. He simply spent 2 years taking the jobs he wanted and ensuring that they got done. His attitude rubbed some people the wrong way, but Tony was quick to deal with those who got out of line. Since coming to the city, he had single-handedly disposed of 2 venerable mafia families and created a cottage industry in sending assassins to the hospital. Tony's success had spurred a number of competing mercenaries to form a loose guild based out of Bobby's cellar. They met there each night to look for work, and most importantly, line their wallets.
Here, I got a job worth $2,000. Anyone who's interested, get your ass over here.
You got a gun? Then this job is right up your alley.
Dangerous job, $2,000. Daredevils, gather round. What, we got a bunch of pins?
The usual chorus weltered up from Bobby's cellar moments after the open sign buzzed to life. Agents and middlemen jockeyed for contractors, relying on words or fists to land a mercenary for the night. The higher the reward, the more they tend to lean towards the latter. Sometimes, the middlemen would pursue a specific mercenary instead of advertising the job. The nature of the industry meant that only those contractors with real power climbed the ladder, and notorious mercenaries rarely had to look for work. Bobby swung a rag across the bar. Whether this made the counter cleaner or dirtier was anyone's guess.
Business is booming tonight. There's never a slump.
Bobby's stomach had long ago hoisted a white flag in the war against gravity. He wore it like an apron.
I work and I work. And what do I get? Not a penny to my name. How do you do it, Tony?
Now you're just too busy eating all your money away.
While talking, Tony worked his tongue around multiple mouthfuls of ice cream. At this point, he had no need to join the throng vying for gigs.
Is that right?
Always the same with this guy.
A short, rambunctious-looking man sidled up to the bar next to Tony.
You're the first and last person I'll ever know who eats that crap in a filthy hole like this.
Hey, watch it, short stack.
Enzo Farino was the best informant in the neighborhood. His stature, or lack thereof, was an asset in this business. Most bullets whizzed right over his head.
Hey, I've scored up something nice for you this time, Tony. Hey, give me a drink, will you? Hey, you were at shortstop here. Get him something nice, cold and sweet.
Bobby swung a refreshing beverage over to the bar countertop. Cold, thick, and loaded to the brim with ice cream.
Very funny. Got something that'll numb my nerves and not just my head? Don't knock it till you try it, Enzo. Maybe a numb tongue is just the buzz you need.
Enzo fished some papers from his bag, disgusted.
You're gonna become like Bobby there if you don't walk that thing off. Now, read this.
Tony's eyes danced around the page before widening.
You're kidding. 200K in one night? Shh. Discretion, idiot. Want this whole place to turn into a mosh pit?
Enzo shook his head and continued.
Look, this is what I came to offer you. The pay is amazing, and it'll be a testimony to your skill. Don't go overestimating your clients, Enzo. What is this job, anyway?
Enzo slipped another sheet of paper from his bag.
The client is a South African mafia leader who's being targeted by the law. Now all he needs is a little help smuggling himself out of the country. Smuggling, huh? You make it sound like a trip to the grocery store, Enzo. Well, what do you expect? The guy is a black-hearted bastard. His organization is drug trafficking. He's made a boatload of money. A lot of people are gonna want a slice.
Tony considered this.
So, not only do I have to get him out, I've got to hold off the hyenas flocking around him.
He tossed the papers back to Enzo.
Bobby, gin and Tony, make it strong. Wait, what gives? You ain't interested?
Enzo was never great at predicting Tony's moods. The mercenary seemed to take jobs on a whim, and once he passed on a caper, there was no going back.
Think about it. Come on. It's 200K. This ain't chump change we're talking about here, Tony. Thanks, but no thanks.
Tony sipped a drink, then narrowed his eyes. He tapped at one of the documents. A blurry photo held a familiar face.
Is that the guy? I think I stole his lunch money in kindergarten.
What? You think it's a trap? Fine. $200,000, my friend. You can't not be interested.
Tony rolled his eyes. Someone had obviously paid Enzo a fat deposit. The little man had probably already promised Tony's services. Whether or not the job was a trap was of no concern to Tony. The real reason he didn't accept the job was because it sounded messy, both in execution and in bloodshed.
Maybe I'm having an off day, Enzo. Just find someone else this time.
Okay, I can see that you're not smelling what I'm stepping in. Listen to me, Tony. This
You
job
can
is...
lay off already. Tony here. We'll take the job.
Tony glanced up. Gru's crossed arms looked like cradled hams. Tony watched as Enzo's frown hiked into a triumphant smile.
I said he'll take the job, but...
I get you. You want in on the job. Well, I'll leave it to the pair of you. I've got some things to share with other people. Give me a shout if you need anything, okay?
Tony leveled his gaze at Gru.
That was an impressive trick. Did you two plan that?
You should be thanking me for stopping you from missing out on a contract of a lifetime.
I take it back. You have shit timing.
Doesn't matter. I'm only here to scrounge.
Tony knew Gru was only half serious. Many of the other mercenaries looked down on him for allying Tony on bigger jobs. The bolder fighters called him Scrounger after a dog picking up table scraps.
Come on. You didn't come here looking for pity, did you? Anyway, have my drink. I'm not thirsty anymore.
Gru waved the glass aside and ordered his usual swill.
You should lighten up. Someone might get offended by that attitude of yours.
When you get to my age, people's feelings tend to be the last thing on your mind.
Gru tilted his mug.
Anyway, enough about me. What do you know about this job of Enzo's?
Not much. Contractor's name was Brown something, I think.
Fondo Brown. Someone grassed him up. Feds are breaking up his operation. Brown's pretty high in the Colosio family. Pretty weak as far as mafia goes, but they have inroads to the hallucinogenic drug trade. A lot of people will be gunning for him.
Now that you mention it, I think I've tangled with some of his crew before.
Tony shook his head. Petty conflicts cropped up all the time in his line of work. Annoyances like Denver's. Tony usually forgot about them pretty quickly after taking care of business. They didn't forget Tony. He always had a habit of popping up to pester him later.
Okay, so we guard Brown, but where do we take him? I don't suppose you know any pizza joints with an underground bunker.
Look, the jackpot makes up for not knowing the nitty-gritty. Fewer people who know what's happening, the better it'll be for us, man.
Well, the discretion sure explains the 200 grand. You're not making this caper sound any more appealing, Gru.
Don't say that. Enzo won't offer us any more work if we cause him to lose face. Besides,
Gru leaned in, lowering his voice to a whisper.
there's about a dozen cars outside. I don't think we have the option of saying no.
Tony sighed theatrically.
They are desperate. Maybe I should count myself lucky that I'm the popular kid in town.
He slapped the table a bit.
If they've got their hearts set on me, it'd be kind of cruel to disappoint them, wouldn't it? We'll just have to accept their date.
I will drink to that.